I can be, I have to choose the best presenter for all of you. So I want all of you have a good participant for each presenter. Before I started, we have 7 participants in this room, and for the first time is ABS 120 is Dr. Komar. I think that is in our room, and IBS 142 is Rudy Agung Nugroho. Okay, Rudy Agung Nugroho, thank you very much. Please welcome. And presenter number 3 is ABS 153. It's Ibu Tati Kusniati. I think, yes, there is Tati Kusniati. Thank you. And for the next is IBS 169. It is Christine and Busmion. There is Bu Christine Busmion. Okay, there. And the next one is IBS 189 is Firda Kamila. Firda, not yet here. Okay, it's okay. We wait. And for the last is ABS Sorsi, Safanur. Okay, that is in our room. Please, for the first, I would like to tell the regulation of our meeting today is everybody have to pay attention, and I hope everybody will asking who will be presented in our room, and I will be selected with the best presenter for all of you. Okay, we'll start it with the first presenter is IBS 120, Ratna Komala, which the title is Community Structure and Potential of Mangrove Ecotourism of Harapan Islands and Pulau Bira, Kepulauan Seribu. Please welcome the host to present it.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ratna Komala. I'm from Department Biology, Faculty of Mathematics and Natural Science, Universitas Negeri Jakarta. And my team research, Armenia Kirson, from Department of Tourism, Faculty of Letters and Cultures, Universitas Gunadarma, Jakarta. In this occasion, I would like to present our paper with the title Community Structure and Potential of Mangrove Ecotourism on Harapan Island and Bira Island of Kepulauan Seribu. Background and purpose. Harapan Island and Bira Island are part of the Kepulauan Seribu, which are often visited by many tourists. There are some important ecosystems. One of them is mangrove. Mangrove ecosystem is one of the tropical coastal ecosystem having various ecological, geophysical, and socio-economic functions that are important. Many activities around that region can affect the environment and its natural resources. The mangrove ecosystem at Harapan Island and Bira Island has not been utilized as a tourist destination, especially compared to other ecosystems. So the purpose of this research are to identify the potential of mangrove resources based on community structure and perception of the communities toward the existence of mangroves and their potential as ecotourism areas on both islands. Methodology, location and time. This research was conducted at mangrove ecosystem in Harapan and Bira Island, Kepulauan Seribu on March to June 2019. The selected quantitative method was used in this research, and sampling location divided into 3 observation stations at each island, determined based on environmental conditions. Data on perception of ecotourism were obtained through interview with local communities and visitors using a questionnaire with Likert scale consisting of 3 answer choices. Measurement of environmental parameters consists of temperature, turbidity, brightness, current speed, pH, salinity, dissolved oxygen, and biological oxygen demand. Mangrove vegetation was analyzed descriptively through calculation of Shannon-Wiener Diversity Index and Dominance Index. The ecotourism perception score was interpreted using the interpretation scale. The suitability of mangrove as ecotourism was identified using the formulation for suitability of coastal tourism and marine tourism. The value obtained was all compared to the area suitability index and the land suitability category. Discussion discussion. Number and composition of mangrove vegetation and benthic fauna. Based on identification mangrove vegetation, at Harapan Island recorded as much as 4 species that are Rhizophora stylosa, Lumnizera racemosa, Soneratia sp, Bruguiera sp, while in Beta Island, just found 1 species that is Rhizophora stylosa, with the composition 100%. In the other hand, fauna benthics in Harapan Island and Bira Island, the highest number and composition represented by class of grasshoppers. Diversity and Dominance Index. The value of diversity index on Harapan Island ranks from 0 to 0.7, indicating low diversity, while on Bird Island, the diversity index value of each station is 0, indicates no diversity. The dominance index value on Harapan and Bira Island generally obtain 1, indicating there is a species dominance at its observation station. This is marked by the dominance of Rhizophora stylosa. Perception of ecotourism. Based on interview research about perception shows that aspect of perception about condition of mangrove ecosystem, according to communities, obtain that condition of mangrove ecosystem, including in very good criteria and non-visitor in good criteria. About participation, according to communities, including very good criteria and non-visitor just fire criteria. About mangrove knowledge, according to communities, including in good criteria, while non-visitors, including very good criteria, and for suitability mangrove ecotourism, according to communities and visitors, including good criteria. The performance index value of Harapan and Bira Island was 62%, indicating the potential as ecotourism site. Conclusion. Based on this research, can be concluded that recorded 4 species of mangrove vegetation on Harapan Island consist of Rhizophora stylosa, Lumnizera racemosa, Soneratia sp, and Bruguiera sp, whereas on Bira Island, only Rhizophora stylosa. Benthic fauna in the mangrove are found 4 classes: that are gastropods, Crustacea, Porifera, and Actinopterygii. The diversity of mangrove on Harapan Island are generally classified as low diversity, while on Bira Island, no diversity. Ujopora stylosa is the species that dominate on both islands. Tourism Conformity Index of Mangrove and Bila and Harapan Island is classified in the appropriate category and have the potential as an ecotourism site. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It will be very great presenter, Dr. Ratna Kumala. Please, you can unmute your mic, Dr. Ratna Kumala, for asking some participants. Okay, please, somebody, if you want to ask to about the diversity mangrove in the fauna vegetation, please welcome. Anyone to want to ask? Okay.
I want to ask Mrs. Dahlia.
Okay, please welcome.
Thank you, Mrs. Dahlia. Also, I'm very lucky because in this room, I'm just the only man in here. But anyway, it is very good presentation and nice presentation, Ibu Ratna Komala. Thank you. Just curious about the perception of ecotourism. As you said that you only choose 3 choices. I'm wondering to know about what your consideration, why you only choose 3 answer choices in the perception of ecotourism. Thank you.
Okay, please, Bu Ratna.
Okay, thank you very much for Pak Rudi Agung. Yes, why I choose just 3 question for the communities and visitors, because actually there are many requirements for an area to be made as ecotourism, namely from economic, social, culture, environment, and other. And because about perception is one aspect, important aspect for to obtain the data, to know what the possibility and potential at an location based on perception. And this is what is that? I use this question about based on the criteria with the previous research. I think it's this one.
Okay, thank you. Very nice. Is anybody want to ask? Please welcome. Please unmute. Okay, clear everybody. Okay, it's very nice presentation. I would like to ask Dr. Ratna.
Yes.
Do you think if the species different from the mangrove, it will be diversity different from the fauna too or not? Is connection or not with the species and the diversity of the fauna?
It not always like that, because there are what is that, association with between vegetation and the fauna.
Okay, thank you. Give applause for Dr. Ratna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, it will be great today. We will continue our presentation. Next presenter is ABS 142, is the man in this room and very handsome, Dr. Rudi Agung Nugraha, with the title is Biosynthetic of Silver Nanoparticle from Aqueous Extract of Myrmecodia pandas bulb and their antibacterial activity against Aeromonas hydrophila. Please welcome host to presentate.
Hello everyone, my name is Rudy Agung Nugroho. I'm from Department of Biology, Faculty of Mathematics and Natural Sciences, Mula Roman University, Samarinda. Today I would like to share my current project entitled Biosynthesis of Silver Nanoparticles from Aqueous Extract of Myrmecodia pendens pulp and their antibacterial activity against Aeromonas hydrophila. Nanoparticle is gaining in momentum, especially in biomedics field. Silver nanoparticle can be applied as antimicrobial and also can be synthesized using plant extract, which is affordable and safe compared to other methods such as physical method or chemistry method. Several studies investigating the biosynthesis of silver nanoparticle using several plants have been done. For example, by using the extract of Garcinia imberti, Tinospora cardiophilia, Kaliandra hematocephala, and also Pseudium guajava. However, limited information is found in preparing silver nanoparticle using a bulb of Anas plant or Myrmecodia pendens. Their antimicrobial potency is also unknown. Thus, the aim of the present work was to determine the biosynthesis of silver nanoparticle using the aqueous extract of Myrmecodia pendens bulbs, and also to characterize the silver nanoparticle and evaluate antimicrobial activities. In materials and methods, we divided into 4 step works. First, the extraction process from plant. Secondly, synthesis process of nanoparticle. Third, nanoparticle characterization. And finally, antibacterial test. In the extraction process from plant, the bulb of Myrmecodia pendens was cleaned by using deionized water, and the extraction process using the also deionized water. We boiling the pulp of Myrmecodia pendens. The resulting then was mixed with the silver nitrate to make the silver nanoparticle. The resulting silver nanoparticle was then characterization by using the scanning electron microscope, transmission electron microscope, Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy, and also X-ray diffraction. Finally, we also test the resulting silver nanoparticle in antibacterial test by using the Kirby method against the Aeromonas hydrophila. In results and discussion, there was a color change during the biosynthesis of silver nanoparticle, indicating that there was formation of silver nanoparticle. And based on the spectrum analysis, it is confirmed that biosynthesis of silver nanoparticle has a peak absorption was obtained maximum at the wavelength around 400 nanometer, similar to control. The pH of silver nanoparticle solution was ranged from 6.3 to 4.5 and decreased with the increase of extract ratio. This result revealed that silver ion with the Myrmecodia pendens pulp were reduced and silver nanoparticles were synthesized. Meanwhile, the SAM and time image analysis also confirmed that the particle shapes was crystalline, while the average crystalline size of silver nanoparticle was to be around 26 nanometer. That was estimated by the using X-ray diffraction. The different functional group of resulting silver nanoparticle was identified by the Fourier transmission infrared analysis. The silver nanoparticle also show significant antibacterial activity against Aeromonas hydrophila. So the conclusion, the aqueous extract of Myrmecodia pendens bulb has capability for the biosynthesis of silver nanoparticle, with reduction of silver ion is occur from silver nitrate due to the bulb extract. The result nanoparticle has crystalline particle shape, average size around 26 nanometer, and also has different functional groups. Finally, the silver nanoparticle also shows significant antibacterial activity against Aeromonas hydrophila. Before I'm closing up my presentation, I would like to grateful thank you to Department of Biology, Faculty of Mathematics and Natural Sciences, Mula Warman University for all research facilities. We, the author, also extend their gratitude to the following: Research Center of Medicine and Cosmetic from Tropical Rainforest Resources, PUI PT Optal, Mula Warman University for any kind support. Thank you for listening.
Wow, it's very nice presentation. It will be great. I have so many questions.
Oh my God.
Okay, please welcome. Is anyone to asking? Please unmute your speaker. I think Bu Tati, Mr. One. Anybody want to ask? Okay, Bu Tati. Okay, two. Okay, please welcome Bu Tati first.
I would like to know why the reason you just choose Aeromonas hydrophila. How about the other bacteria? Why you just choose one species of Aeromonas hydrophila for test antibacterial activity?
Okay, do you get it, Doctor?
Okay, yeah, I get it.
Okay, please.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Tati, for your question. Actually, this is the first our project regarding about the fish disease. So the final project will be we will find a good immunostimulator for the fish that infected by several bacteria. So why I choose Aeromonas hydrophila? Because Aeromonas hydrophila is the most infectious bacteria in the fish culture. So this is the first project why we choose the most infected Aeromonas hydrophila in fish culture. Actually, we also currently doing another research. We test by using the Pseudomonas because Pseudomonas also infected the fish culture. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay. How about that, Prof. Tati? It's clear?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, Dr. Ratna.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Pak Rudi, I want to ask about besides silver nanoparticle, is there any other method to biosynthesize antibacterial? And what is the application in human life about this research? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ibu Ratna. Currently, there are many agencies to be used in nanoparticle. For example, not only silver, but also gold and also titanium. But compared to silver, titanium and gold is very expensive. So I use this silver because it's quite cheap. When we compare to another method, this method it called also green synthesize because we use biologically using the plant extract. extract. Another method is physical method or chemical method, but we are not recommended because if we use chemical or physical, first it's very expensive and also toxic if applied in the animal or in human. And for the second question, what application? Currently, nanoparticle is mostly applied in nanomedicine. For example, many drugs in cancer now using nano medicine in cancer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Is any others want to ask? No? Okay. I have one question for you, Mr. Rudy. It's very, do you making extract for the plant, and then you put the silver nanoparticle, and how can we know about the extract is not reduced for the metabolite secondary for catching with the silver nanoparticle? Do you have any idea to measure that this one?
Yes, it is confirmed in my slide. I'm using the Fourier transmission infrared that after nanoparticle is synthesized,
Yes.
the active functional group is still exists.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the proof that nanoparticle is synthesized when we
Okay.
mix plant extract and silver nitrate, and also confirmed by the scanning electron microscope and
Sam?
transmission electron microscope that
Okay.
the size of the nanoparticle is less than 100
Oh, okay.
nanometer. Yep.
At your university have this equipment for making the nanoparticle? What kind of equipment did you use for making the nanoparticle?
To make the green synthesized nanoparticle is
Yes.
quite easy because we only extract the plant extract and then mix with the silver nanoparticle. But
Okay.
to prove that nanoparticle is synthesized, we use SAM, PAM, and Fourier. We don't have the equipment. We send the sample to another university,
Okay.
unfortunately.
But it's very great research. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, give big applause for
Thank
all of
you.
us. Thank you so much. Okay, for the next presenter, it will be ABS 143. It's presented with Professor Tati Husniati with the title is Stability of Alpha Amylase for Leukonostoc Mesenteroides EN 1711 and Lactobacillus plantarum B110 at various storage times and temperature. Please welcome Professor Tati Kusniati.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. This morning, I would like to present our research result, stability of alpha amylase from Leukonostoc mesenteroides EN1711 and Lactobacillus plantarum B110 at various storage time and temperature. Alpha amylase will hydrolyze amylose into glucose and maltose is one of the imported enzymes with a high price value, so to reduce import alpha amylase from native microorganisms is needed. Alpha amylase play an important role in the food and pharmaceutical industry. In the food industry, alpha amylase functions as a decomposer of carbohydrates and fat hydrolysis, so it can be used for glucose neuroprotection, sweet making, and baby food. In pharmaceutical industry, the role of alpha amylase is used as a combination of digestive drug for disorder of the digestive tract, especially in patients with pancreatic deficiency, to help the body to digest food, including enzymes that contain alpha amylase. Previous study has known the optimization of alpha amylase Leukonostoc mesenteroides and Lactobacillus plantarum For iconostock derivatives, pH 4.5 and temperature 30 degrees. For Lactobacillus plantarum B110, pH of 7 and temperature 50 degrees. The study aimed to determine the stability of alpha amylase from indigenous Lactobacillus plantarum B110 and iconostock derivatives KN1711 at various storage time and temperature. The method used growth media of lactic acid bacteria producing alpha amylase by using MRS growth incubated at 37 degrees for 24 hours. Subculture like iconostock derivatives and Lactobacillus plantarum by using MRSA medium and production of alpha amylase by centrifugation at 9,000 rpm for 10 minutes at 40 degrees Celsius. Stability alpha amylase expresses as more than 50% relative activity of alpha amylase. Alpha amylase activity was detected by Benford method in Canfin et al. 2015. The relative activity of alpha amylase was measured by treatment activity unit per milliliter divided highest activity across 100%. Statistical analysis used complete randomized testing with re-replication. The results show that table 1 unit activity and the relative activity of alpha amylase from iconostock derivatives at various storage time at room temperature. At 0 day, unit activity 4.7, relative activity 100%. But for 7 up to 28 days of storage, all unit activity and relative activity undetectable because the enzyme was degraded. For table 2, the same with table 1 at room temperature for Lactobacillus plantarum B110. At time of storage 0 day, unit activity 0.7, relative activity 100, and all unit activity and relative activity at 7 up to 28 days of storage were undetectable. For table 3, in cold temperature, time storage of 0 up to 28 days, alpha amylase from iconostock derivatives, unit activity from 4.9 up to 3.3 degrees, and relative activity from 100 degrees up to 37.4. This value still more than 50%, so this enzyme in this condition still stable. Table 4 shows the same with table 3 in cold temperature for alpha amylase Lactobacillus plantarum B110 at 0 day, unit activity 0.8 and decrease at 7 up to 28 days of storage up to 0.4 and relative activity 100% decrease up to 56.9, but it's still more than 50%. So this enzyme alpha amylase from Lactobacillus plantarum still stable, but the value in here were less than alpha amylase from iconostock derivatives before. Table 5, in freezing temperature, alpha amylase iconostock derivatives at time of storage 5.0 degrees at 7 up to 28 days of storage up to 3.1, and the relative activity from 100 up decrease up to 62.18. But this is still more than 50%, so this alpha amylase iconostock derivatives up to 28 days of storage still stable. In table 6, the same with table 5, at freezing temperature from alpha amylase Lactobacillus plantarum at 0 day 1.01, decrease at 7 up to 28 days of storage up to 0.5, and relative activity from 100 decrease up to 56.4. But this also still more than 50%. So this alpha amylase from lactobacillus plantarus is stable. But all unit activity in here less than unit activity alpha amylase from lactonostoc mesenteritis. The conclusion, the stability of alpha amylase was lactobacillus plantarum B110 and lactonostoc mesenteritis AN1711 and cold absorption temperature at storage time were better than at room temperature. Stability lactonostoc mesenteritis alpha amylase at cold temperature 3.3 up to 4.9, lattice activity 67.4 up to 100, freezing temperature 3.1 up to 5.0, and relative activity 62 up to 100%. Stability of lactobacillus plantarum alpha amylase in cold temperature 0.4 up to 0.8 for unit activity, relative activity 56 up to 100%, in freezing temperature 0.5 up to 1 unit per milliliter, and relative activity 56 up to 100%. So based on the unit activity and the relative activity of alpha amylase, it includes the iconostoc mesenteritis AN1711, alpha amylase higher activity and stability at cold and freezing temperatures in storage 7 up to 28 days compared than lactobacillus plantarum B110. So it is recommended to use iconostoc mesenteritis AN1711 alpha amylase to be applied in food or pharmaceutical products. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, thank you so much, Prof. Tati, it's very nice presentation
Thank
about
you.
alpha amylase, and I have a lot of questions too for you. Okay, please,
Thank you.
everybody wants to ask Prof. Tati about this very great presentation. Someone want to ask, please? Welcome. We have 7 participants here. Okay, I want to ask about your great research, Prof. Tati. It is about
Yes.
how can we it is your research is about how to manage a good storage for this bacteria to produce the alpha amylase, isn't it? Yeah. And you said
Yes.
the lactobacillus mesenteroides is the best one. And based
Yes.
on of that, the LIPI already have another planning how to use this bacteria. What for? What kind of food product to apply this microorganism?
Oh, okay. Thank you for your nice question. In our laboratory, this alpha amylase of lactobacillus mesenteritis has been applied in flour of cereal and uh, starter food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So to make more digest, if amylase put in the flour from food cereal or sub flour, so the homogeneity is better than before adding alpha amylase. So it's good to be consumed and make more digest.
Okay, thank you so much. It's very great information and make me have a great idea to do this one because I'm a microbiology too.
Oh, yeah,
And I will contact all of you.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Thank you
Give
very much.
big applause for very nice presentation, Prof. Tati.
Thank
Okay,
you very
for
much.
the next presenter is ABS 165. It will be present with Christine and Busmion with the title is Meofauna Diversity in the Littoral Zone of Lake Balisasayo, Sibulan Negros Oriental, Philippines. Wow, are you from Philippines? Hi, Philippines.
Hi, I'm from the Philippines, and it's really an
Oh,
honor to be with all of you. I'm expecting that I will be there to see all of you, but
oh, of course.
due to this current situation, we will just be, seeing each other
Yeah.
online. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm really, really glad to be part of this conference and to meet all of
Okay.
you.
Oh, it's very nice. From Indonesia, from Samarinda, from Philippines, we are in one room. Okay, please
Yes.
welcome to presentation.
Salamat sayang. Good day, everyone. I am happy that we could all come together, though in this new normal amidst the pandemic, all in the name of advancing science and math education for a better world. My name is Christine Busmion from Silliman University, Dumaguete City, Philippines. I am here to present my paper, which I co-authored with Nerissa Arche from the University of San Carlos, Cebu City, Philippines. And our study is entitled Meiofauna Diversity in the Littoral Zone of Lake Balinsasayao, Sibulan, Negros Oriental, Philippines. The meiofauna community is considered as an integral part of any aquatic ecosystem. Meiofauna is a loose group of organisms that is comprised of varying taxa and is characterized by their size. These organisms are defined based on their sizes that would allow them to pass through a standard mesh of 500 micrometers and retained in a 63 micrometer sieve. These interstitial organisms are also considered as intermediate species in which the entire structure of the aquatic food web depends on. The meiofauna community of invertebrate taxa experiences changes in structure that is attributed to its environmental parameters. This means that the abundance and species composition of meiofauna are affected by any disturbance that it experiences. Disturbance could be in a form of sediment movement through factors such as erosion, siltation, and inflows. As supported by the intermediate disturbance hypothesis, or the IDH, the meiofauna diversity would be at its maximum during instances of intermediate disturbance. Negros Island, one of the islands of the Philippine archipelago, is home to Balinsasayao Twin Lake National Park. The natural park consists of two lakes, namely Lake Balinsasayao and Lake Danao. The larger lake, Lake Balinsasayao, is an enclosed body of water that is fed by 6 tributaries that merge in the lake from the surrounding mountains. That's why this study in particular aimed to describe the diversity of littoral meiofauna in Lake Balinsasayao, Sibulan, Negros Oriental, Philippines. In the absence of data on the meiofauna community in either of the two lakes in Balinsasayao Twin Lake Natural Park, my co-researcher and I conducted this study to provide baseline information on the existing community structure. With the nature of a protected area to manage its biotic communities, the study of the meiofauna is necessary in governing the interstitial community's survival and perpetuation. With the intention to achieve the objectives of the study, these measures were undertaken. First, the study site is established specifically in Enrique Villanueva, Sibulan, Negros Oriental, Philippines. Second, 12 sites were sampled based on different conditions such as areas without inflows and areas with inflows. Next, the collection of samples was done using a modified substrate coring method that is pushed in 3 centimeter deep sediments of the littoral zone of Lake Balinsasayao. Then, the samples were fixed in 5% formalin and were allowed to pass sequentially through a 500 micrometer and then 63 micrometer sieve. Afterwards, the sediment retained in the 63 micrometer sieve was stained with rose Bengal solution. Later on, the samples were examined and identified at class level. Finally, Shannon-Wiener Diversity Index was used to characterize species diversity of meiofauna using PAST. Similarly, t-test was also employed using the same software. With all the previously mentioned procedure, the study yields the following results. The meiofauna were identified to be groups of nematodes, platyhelminthes, rotifers, arthropods, and gastrotrichs. The diversity of meiofauna ranges from 0.22 to 1.33 in sites without inflow and from 0.33 to 1.39 in sites with inflow. Most of the diversity index values of meiofauna are comparable within the range of estuarine lakes of St. Lucia in Africa and Lake Varano in Italy. However, Lake Balinsasayao's diversity indices record is all lower than the Persian Gulf Sahafi shores indices. Consequently, these results are consistent with the intermediate disturbance hypothesis, which states that diversity is at its minimal level if disturbance is at its maximum, or its minimum, which may be the case of Lake Balinsasayao. The mean value for diversity in sites without inflow is 0.95, and the mean value for diversity of sites with inflow is 0.74. Comparing the mean values, the diversity of meiofauna in sites without inflow is higher than that of sites with inflow. However, the t-test result shows that there is no significant difference in the diversity of meiofauna between the sites. Furthermore, the results suggest that inflow may not be enough to significantly alter the diversity of meiofauna in the littoral zone of Lake Balinsasayao. In conclusion, the littoral zone of Lake Balinsasayao in areas without and with inflow has a total of 14 species that were identified under 5 phyla, namely Nematoda, Arthropoda, Rotifera, Gastrotricha, and Platyhelminthes. The entire lake diversity is considered low, with no difference between the meiofauna diversity in sites without and with inflow. The disturbance brought about by the movement of sediments in the inflows affects the meiofauna community in a minimal way. Lastly, the result implies that since the disturbance is relatively low in the study site, diversity of species is not at its maximum.
Okay, thank you very much, Christine. It's very nice presentation. We go to Philippines now.
Welcome to the Philippines.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, if anybody want to ask, please welcome to Christine about the diversity meiofauna at Philippines, please. Okay, Bu Ratna, please welcome.
Thank you, Bu Zalia. For Christine, ya.
Yes, Christine Busnion.
I want to ask you about what is the basis of your sampling location determination? And then why do you only in little area? Is it distributed in benthic area also? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much for that question. So in the study, we have 12 sample sites, and we basically divided that into two, in which 6 of those sites are for areas with inflows, and 6 of that would be areas without inflow. So basically, we would want to find out if there will be significant differences between diversity of meiofauna in areas wherein there are inflows or water coming in, and in areas wherein there is no water coming in. Why did we look only at the littoral zone of the lake? The lake is actually, I wish I could tour you all here, but the lake is actually quite deep. Okay, the lake is actually quite deep, and there is probably just 5 meters of littoral zone. If you could look back to the methodology and the map of the sampling sites, there are portions in the side of the lake wherein there are no sampling sites, simply because these areas do not have littoral zone, so they tend to be the side, and it tends to dive down deep, which is impossible for us to do some sampling. But if there would be some technology that would really help us in looking into benthic meiofauna, then we would really want to venture into that study, saying that this lake is actually a part of a protected area. So we would really want to take a look at what are the different meiofauna species that are found there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wow, it's very great. And one question about your research. Why don't you considering about the environmental influence for this research?
Okay. We also we looked into that in this research, but particularly in this presentation, we just ventured into the difference between diversity of meiofauna in those two sites.
Okay,
and I wish I could share that also with you in a different venue.
For the next SMIC, okay?
Okay, yes, definitely.
Definitely. Okay, give big applause for the Christine. Thank you very much. And I want all of you not to leave in this room because we will take a picture together, okay? Okay, what we have to for the next percentage is number 30 is Safanur, with the title is Inhibition of Candida albicans, Hyperformation in Biofilm Development by Ruta agustifolia extract. Please welcome to presentate.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Safanur. Today I want to present my research. Title of my research is Inhibition of Candida albicans HIVA Formation in Biofilm Formation by Ruta angustifolia extract. Okay. First we will begin with what is Ruta angustifolia plant. This plant originates from Southern Europe and North Africa. It has been used as a medicinal plant, including in Asia. Morphological view can be seen on the slide like this. Ruta angustifolia is believed to have some therapeutic values. Some of them is to cure fevers, ease the stiffness, first aid for seizures, to heal toothache, and so more. Several studies also have been conducted of this plant, including its antimicrobial agent. Some microbes that have been shown to be inhibited by this plant, such as Enterococcus faecalis, Bacillus cereus, Escherichia coli, Staphylococcus aureus, Aspergillus flavus, including Candida albicans. However, information about the inhibition of biofilms by this plant has not been reported yet. Biofilms are formed when unicellular organisms come together to form a community that is attached to a solid surface and engage in an exopolysaccharide or extracellular matrix. Basically, all microbes can form biofilms, both with their own species and with other species, or we can say it multi-species. One of the most widely reported is Candida albicans. Candida albicans is a normal microflora in humans, but under certain circumstances can be a serious cause of infection. One of important virulence property of Candida albicans is its ability to form biofilms. If biofilms are formed, the microbial community becomes resistant to antimicrobial drugs. This is what makes studies to search for effective antibiofilm is very important to do. On the slide can be seen differences in Candida albicans before and after the formation of biofilm. Here we can see the image. This image is seen using SAM, scanning electron microscope, and clearly visible extracellular matrix when the Candida albicans cell is forming biofilms. The formation of Candida biofilms, we can see in this diagrams. The formation of Candida albicans biofilm has been divided into 4 major stages. The first stage is adherent to round yeast from cells to a surface. This is the initiation of biofilm forming, during which the cells are adhered to the surface, form a basal layer that consists yeast form, or pseudophile and hyphal cell, also known as the proliferation stage. And then we can see in this stage, this is the maturation stage. In here we can see the cell form a hypha cell, true hypha cell, and this is a complex form of biofilm. We can see the cell is make an extracellular matrix. And then after that, the last stage is the dispersion of a yeast cell from cell from the biofilm to seed new sites. Okay. The formation of hypha, the transitions between yeast and hyphal growth form is termed dimorphism. And it has been proposed that both growth form and are important for pathogenicity. The hyphal form has been shown to be more invasive than the yeast form, so that it can be said the formation of hypha is the main key in the formation of Candida's biofilm. The successful of an ingredient inhibiting hyphal formation can be an early indicator that the material, or in this case is the extract, is suitable or not as an antibiofilm. Okay. Several plant extract has been reported for their antibiofilm effect, but the Ruta angustifolia extract needs to be investigated. So this research question is, the Ruta angustifolia extract could inhibit the biofilm formation of Candida albicans seen from the formation of hypha. Okay, this is the material and methods on my study. The sample collection, the Ruta angustifolia leaf is taken in Manako Experimental Garden, Lembang, Bandung. The extract preparation, angustifolia extract, made with using the maceration method with 96% methanol solvent. And then the morphological examination of Candida albicans cells was analyzed using an inverted microscope. Okay, this is the result of my study. We can see here. Okay, we can see here the following picture show the appearance of Candida albicans morphology after being treated with this is the 0% of extract in figure A, and then the figure B with 20% of extract. This is and in the figure C, 50% of extract, and the figure D is 100% of extract. We can see that in figure A, Candida cells clearly form HIFA. This is the HIFA cell of Candida albicans. But in figure B through D, B, C, and D, Candida cells are more in the form of yeast cell or pseudo-HIFA cell. You can see this is the round cell. Okay, so from the result of the study, it can be seen that ruta-angustifolia extract has a good potential in inhibiting the formation of Candida albicans HIFA in biofilm formation. So, in conclusion, this result indicate that ruta-angustifolia extract has the ability to inhibit Candida albicans biofilm formation, qualitatively indicate by inhibition of HIFA formation at all concentration traits. But because this research is still in the early stage of testing, further research is needed to test how effective the inhibition that can be done by this plant. Here are some future prospects that we will do after this. The first is to conduct quantitative testing with CV and MTT assay. And the second one is to find the specific bioactive compounds which is responsible for inhibiting biofilm activity. Okay, and that brings us to the end. Thank you so much for your time and attention.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Siti. It's very nice presentation. Please unmute your mic. Okay, please unmute because we cannot hear you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you,
Okay,
Miss Delia.
thank you so much. It's very nice presentation. Is anybody want to ask about the Candida albicans? Anybody? Okay, I have one question about, for you. It's very nice research and very interesting for me. You looking for the extract of Ruta angustifolia for the biofilm, for making biofilm of this, or for the formation about the budding cell.
Yes.
Yes. For this extract, you measuring for the biofilm or for the budding for the candida.
I use the biofilm condition. So I prepare the bacteria into the biofilm condition, and then we see if the Candida albicans is forming HIFA or not.
Oh, okay. And how can you know about the biofilm is produced of this candida? Which do you have a specific media for this yeast?
Yes, we have a specific media, and in the plate, in the plate, we make the condition like in the oral condition. We take the saliva there, and then after that, maybe this is not including in this article, but we do CV assay to make sure that the candida is making a biofilm.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much for very nice presentation.
Thank
Have
you,
a big
Miss
applause
Delia.
for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
I think we are finished for today about all of the presentation, and one is all of you have to fill the link of our host about for the certificate, I think, for attendance of this course. And for this one, I want to take a picture, all of us, because this is very great room for me. Okay. Please, yes. Okay. Host, could you take a picture of us? Okay. Noval, please, where is your face? Handsome
Okay.
face. Okay. Hi, this is our host, Noval.
Hello everyone. Nice to meet you. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Cheese. Okay, I think it's enough.
Okay,
Thank
thank you.
you.
And our host will send the picture full of you. Thank you
Okay,
so
thank you.
much.
Thank
And good
you. Thank
afternoon,
you.
everybody. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you.
Have a nice for tomorrow. Bye. See you.
Bye.
Everybody can leave. Bye.
Okay. Thank you very
Terima
much.
kasih, Prof. Tati. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Thank
much, Bu
you.
Ratna. Thank you very much, Christine. It's very nice to know you.
Yes,
Bye.
nice to
Have
know
a good
all of
day.
you too. Bye bye.
Bye. Okay, Novel.